Hey, I'm Kev Cummuster, and welcome to Montserrat, Spain. This is a Forza 4 online race, and I'm going to be driving the Peugeot RCZ car. Now, I normally show you F1 2011 videos, I have since I've started, but today I thought I'd show you something different, as I do love a variety of racing games, and I do love Forza 4. Now this is a 5-lap online race, a bit longer than normal F1 2011 sprint race, and we start 4th out of 6 players. Now this is, as I said, this is a Peugeot RCZ car. This is the first time I've ever driven the car, so we're just going to follow around these guys on the first lap, get our references for the braking points as such, and just basically learn how to drive this car, especially the handling. As you can see, that guy went well wide on the right, and I make a mistake here. I should have anticipated him barging down my inside. I should have left room. I didn't, and as you can see, we dropped down a couple of places. We could have dropped down to last, but we're way too unreasonable on that go. Way too unreasonable. We should have left space for him on the outside going into this corner, but we didn't. And we're down to 5th place. We probably cost ourselves, with those mistakes in those last 2 corners, we probably cost ourselves a chance at maybe fighting for the win, maybe on this first lap. I'm not sure if we had the pace over the race to maintain that, but we could have had our moment of glory on the first lap there. So we're going to spend the rest of our race probably trying to get back onto the podium places. Now I've loved Forza I've loved the Forza franchise for quite a long time. 4 years ago maybe, I think, I saw a gaming show on TV where they had this Forza competition round the Sebring circuit to see who was the best driver. And I looked at that and I thought, oh, this game's not bad at all. As I was a Gran Turismo fan, Gran Turismo 4 I had on the PS2, I played for ages. I got up to 99.8% completion, but I just didn't want to didn't want to do the 24-hour races. I didn't want to put my console through that, as it was a big black chunky one. I wasn't quite sure if it would handle it, and I just didn't want to fry it basically. But as I said, I love Forza since that moment 4 years ago, and it's taken ages. I've had a long wait. I didn't get the Xbox, I couldn't afford it till this year, so it's been a long wait, and it hasn't really disappointed at all. Since I've got it a couple of months ago, I've had it in the Xbox on heavy rotation ever since. Now this is an online race mode called Cycle Production. In Cycle Production you get stock cars, stock setups, so you can't put your own setups into the cars. It basically is about the best racer, and that's what I really like about it, as I'm rubbish at setups, rubbish at all. As this guy goes wide as we end the second lap, and we got momentum, we can take him into this first corner on the outside. Can we make it stick? Can we make it? Yes, we just got enough, and we're up to 4th place. Now we're going to be chasing down this guy to get back onto the podium, as we're about halfway through the race now. We've got half the race to get back on to that podium. Now, as I said, this is Cycle Production, so it's all about the best racer. And the 2 guys in front, they are the best racers. They prove to be much better than the rest of us, quite frankly. But I settled into a rhythm. I did 1 minute 19s. That's not bad at all for my first time in this car. And the guy in front, he did low 120s, high 119s. Guy behind, Mr. Juicy Red, he was a mid 120, I think, or 121. Fellow guy. And the guys in front, they were mid 118s, so we're never going to catch them. But we weren't too far off the pace, considering, you know, it's our first time around this circuit in this car, first time driving this car. We're just learning all the time throughout this race. As you get right up behind this guy, Apollo Calypse. That's quite a nice new name words. Not the friendliest name, as we drift it through that first corner. Oh, that's what I love about this game. You can just chuck the car into the corner, but if you keep that momentum, you're not going to do bad round the lap. Because this game is all about momentum, so you can take a variety of lines, but as long as you keep the car fast, you'll do well. Unlike the guy in front, this is as you can see, I go a bit wider. I've got momentum out the corner. He outbraked himself to actually had to take the tight line as I was taking a knock at him. And so he loses that momentum out the corner. I've got it. We've gained buckets on him. Buckets. Can we get past him into this corner quite fast? Third gear. But we've kept the line. We've got in front. Can we keep it? Yes, we have. We're back onto the podium. Oh, in our first race in this car. That wouldn't be bad at all. Not bad at all. And probably where we expected to finish, I would imagine, because we're not as fast as the two guys in front, but we're slightly faster than the guy behind, and faster than the guys behind him. Now, as we go on to this last lap, I'm going to talk about the schedule ahead. Now, on F1, I'm going to probably show you on Friday an F1 2011 race, and in the Sunday drive, it will probably be another F1 2011 race. But I'm working on a series, a career mode series, in Race Pro. Now Race Pro is done by Sinbid. They've done GTR 2, if you're a PC gamer you probably know that game, and they're doing GTR 3 as we speak. Now it's a bit more sim based on the games, a bit simpler graphics I admit, but it's much more sim based in the physics and handling of the car. So if you make a mistake, you're going round. You're not going to. You're going to be fighting for the rest of the lap to get that time back. It's not like on Forza or F1 where you can make a mistake and lose time, but you can chuck the car a bit more into places. It's not as sim based as this game. And in the career mode, you do see me make mistakes. You do see me get frustrated and a bit angry. But hopefully it can be a bit enjoyable. And I'm recording that, and hopefully first episode will be up next week. Now, as we make it round the last corner, we finished in third place. Good finish for us, probably where we expected. We end with our fastest lap for mid 119, even though it says mid 120. That's because the mid 119 was a dirty lap, so they showed the clean laps on the leaderboard. But I hope you did enjoy that race, as it shows another aspect I do like about Forza, the graphics. Look at that lovely skyline and lovely finish. But I'll be back on Friday, so till then, cheerio.